All right, we are on the inside of 12 foot 12 volt for your first view of it. There's going to be an upcoming video where I'm actually going to do a tour of 12 foot 12 volt, but being that it's 51 degrees in here, we are inside for this portion of it. There's a possibility that there's a little bit of a hissing in the background of this video, and I apologize. I do have the heater going on a couple feet away from the camera, just so I'm not freezing my butt off. But the video that's coming up here is a little bit of a throwback to the very first videos that I created for 12 foot 12 volt. Now it's a little bit of a different format. It was all recorded on my phone. It's spliced together over a couple of days for part one of my solar panel install. Yes, my roof says hi on it. I haven't decided exactly where. Right here is going to be my initial placement, right on the back of the trailer. The screws are actually upside down. They're backwards as the wing nuts up top. The reason for that is when you go here, I don't know if you can see that very well, the bar is like resting pretty much right on the trailer. This is a temporary setup. This is not something that's going to be like this all the time. It is in almost the exact position it's going to be in, but it's not how it's going to be permanently installed. So we've got a couple things going on here. We've got the pivot point right here. I've got the lock nut put down onto it to keep it from coming up as we're driving down the road. Lock nut holding it down to the cross member here on the trailer. This will pivot up, so this side will come down. That side should stay about the same, and that washer should pivot with it. Took all my wiring, zip tied it on across. Some lovely pink stuff, you can't see it from the top anyway. The only thing I'm concerned about here is this pivot point with these wires moving. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Here we've got the basically the conduit, the pipe, to where that's coming through to the front of the trailer, and that's the entry point into the trailer. Now that box is a double din, or not a double din, a double whatever you call it. So, here we go. We're going to set this up. That side's bolted in. Alright, that was quick, that was easy. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is a little bit of slippage here and maybe a little bit of wind. The tar catches the foot just a little bit, which of course now I'm getting messy on there, but alright. Let's go check out the other side. And there it is. That's the angle we're looking at for when it's bolted down on there. Alright, let's take it down. Should only take a second. We're testing here to see when those bolts come up on the other side, to see if they are going to get hung up at all. We want to make sure that it just stays and is not getting kinked. The wires are okay. I noticed the silicone a little bit while it's up here. Right there. The wires coming out of it actually pulled that silicone caulking out a little bit, so we'll see how well that goes in. I'm gonna lean way over here. That was secured in, obviously. up on those washers. These come down. Alright. Pushing in on that any. I'm gonna have to zip tie this over here. These wires together. We get one every. It's a really small zip tie, one every inch or so. But other than that, put these on. Put these down. Secure them a little bit. Bam. Done. Alright, Harbor Freight. PVC plastic? Yes, no, kind of, not cool. Alright, I'm going to put a bracket on that, screw it down. It'll be nice and tight, it'll be good. Hey, so that's a wrap on part 1 of the solar panel install. Now, this solar panel setup has been working really, really well for me. I really like it. And I've actually not had to find a solution for the arms that put up and were sliding around a little bit, just because I've never had to have them up like that. Everything that I've gone to and done, I've always gotten enough sun that I can just have it lay flat and not have to worry about it. Obviously, as time moves on, and if I want to use the Wii a little bit more often, or I have some things in here that are a little bit more power hungry, I'll want to, have those up and utilize the full sun as much as possible. But right now, that's all I've needed. In part 2, we're going to have the charge controller and battery set up, and you'll be able to check out that in a little bit more depth. I definitely wanted to split it up a little bit so that each kind of get dedicated their own review, if you will, to be able to see exactly how everything is set up, and I'm not rushing through it all. If you like the solar panel setup and you want to see more, I have that second set of solar panels that I'm going to be installing on the front of the trailer, and leave a comment below and tell me what you want to see of it, because it's going to be almost the exact same setup, and I can get some video for some specific points that you might have a question about, whether it be how the hinge point works best, or the wiring as it comes into the trailer, anything like that is on your mind for wanting to know more about it. I'll create another video dedicated to that second solar panel install and get all of your questions answered. So you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on part 2 with the charge controller and batteries.